The CALL7 Investigators getting results after a truck buyer finds out months after the purchase that his new vehicle wasn't new at all.
CALL7 investigator Theresa Marchetta looking into this sale gone bad. And Theresa, the dealership says this was simply a filing error.
But the evidence we uncovered shows otherwise. The dealership not only refused to reveal the truck's sales history, it also violated state law, passing off a truck that had been titled to someone else as new. Brad White is a Nissan guy.
Found it online. There was some great manufacturer incentives.
He had his last truck for 20 years and more than 200,000 miles.
I thought I got a good deal based on getting a new truck.
That deal took place back in June. This bill of sale clearly identifies a new 2012 Nissan Frontier, list price $29,660. White loved it, bought it, but got worried when it took 10 weeks and 2 trips to the DMV to get it registered.
When I first contacted AutoNation 104 Nissan about this, they were very defensive, and it was very difficult to find out what actually did happen.
State law requires dealers send that title paperwork to the state within 30 days of the sale. But that's not the only law the dealership overlooked.
I was shocked.
Shocked because the DMV told White he was not the first owner. He had purchased a used truck.
Deceptive is the first word that comes to mind.
State law is clear. If a car has been sold and titled, or if it has more than 1,500 miles, it's a used car.
In all my talks with the folks at AutoNation 104 Nissan, they have not acknowledged that they did anything wrong.
They called it a clerical error and told White the previous owner never even drove the truck. But as the second owner, he worried the warranty was no longer valid from the date of his sale.
Nissan has this process that was described to me as a rewind, where in certain cases, they allow dealers to buy back a truck and then sell it as new and then reissue the warranty on it.
That's right. His new truck was a rewind, Nissan's code for restarting a warranty on a previously titled vehicle to sell it as new. Again, that's against Colorado law. And White says the customer service rep refused to send him a copy of that warranty. Instead of doing a rewind, they want to do an unwind now.
That's right.
And kind of turn back the clock and pretend this all never happened.
That's right.
More dealer code. White says AutoNation wanted to unwind the sale, scrap it, and start over. Something we learned state law only allows when the vehicle hasn't been titled. White even filed this complaint with the Colorado Department of Motor Vehicles, trying to get at the truth. So the state regulator says what they did is wrong.
Yes, he said that very quickly.
I spoke to that state investigator, and while he can't comment on an open case, he tells me their first priority is to broker a deal that makes the customer happy. White says even that got him nowhere.
So I came to you because I feel like I don't have any place else to go.
The point of the matter is, it's been titled. Once it's been titled, it's a used car. I'm sorry, that's the way that it works.
Don Hicks owns several dealerships and is the former chairman of the Colorado Auto Dealers Association.
When you buy a new car, you expect to get 100% of the value of that new car. Looking at the bill of sale, it says that the first name of the licensed dealer is AutoNation Nissan 104. So they are indicating to the consumer that this car is brand new.
He tells me he can't understand why the dealership has dug in its heels for months when it's clear they made a major mistake.
What I would say to these guys is the pleasure's not worth the pain. Pushing this position is not a good thing for them.
Things were at a stalemate until I called AutoNation's corporate offices. They wouldn't do an interview, but I spoke on the phone with the company's senior vice president of corporate communications and public policy in Fort Lauderdale, Mark Cannon. They are now giving White the full warranty and a price adjustment on the truck. Cannon called the situation unfortunate, blaming the sale on sloppy paperwork. But he also told me, quote, "We should not have been nice to the customer and that the dealership should have made White bring back the truck and rewrite the deal, even though they can't do that under our state law."
I think being honest and straightforward is very important, and that would certainly have affected the way that I would have proceeded after that. But again, I never got that acknowledgement.
Now, insisting on a vehicle history report before you buy any car is critical. Brad says he asked for one, never got it. So we pulled his Carfax. It does show 2 previous owners right here on top. A new vehicle would instead have this new car seal. You can also request the manufacturer certificate of origin, or MCO, from the dealership to prove your vehicle is new. I'm CALL7 investigator Theresa Marchetta.
Thanks, Theresa. And if you have a story idea for the CALL7 investigators, call 303-832-7777. Or you can send an email to call7@thedenverchannel.com or use the Tell Us button on the 7 News app.